Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2 out of this RP tournament, or shall I say, round 2, as these two teams, Team Baron and Team B.R.O, go head to head. We are going to be rocking and rolling tonight as these two teams are going to start it off crazy. We've got on blue team Blastinator, Zero D, Yetsurgi, Reggie Jr., and Sophia Chloe. While on purple team we've got Dynamic Styer, Dysentery, Notchinator, Gale Tricks, and Elite Badass. For the blue team, they're going to be going ahead and banning out Master Yi and B.R.O. Master Yi, of course, extremely powerful, and I think they were watching some of the previous games and know that Elite Badass is extremely powerful on that Yi. These teams have been doing a little bit of scoping out of these games and paying attention. So if you were in last night's games and were on the winning team, pay attention, because whichever team wins tonight will be playing you tomorrow, and that is something to be aware of. What they pick and choose is going to be huge. Blue team also banning out that B.R.O, a very strong pick for that support role in the bottom lane. And then, of course, the insta-ban Jax, the all-powerful Jax. We do not want him in the game. Purple team banning out Jinx, Thresh, and Fizz. Fizz, another extremely powerful insta-ban as usual. Thresh, one of the strongest support champions with B.R.O as well. That does leave open a lot of classic bans, though, including the Nidalee from Blastinator, actually picking that Nidalee up. Nidalee did get a rework, so is extremely strong. However, purple team is going to instantly jump on Garen and Dysentery. I know the Dynamic Styer has been playing Garen a lot, so we will see how he does in this game against blue team. Dysentery as well, going to be picking up this Blitzcrank jungle, possibly, or grabbing Blitzcrank for a fellow support role, more than likely, because I cannot imagine a Blitzcrank jungle. It's going to be a little difficult. Zero D picking up a not-so-common Graves pick as well. Some of these teams picking up interesting choices with Garen and Graves. Graves, a very powerful burst AD champion, however, will be playing it for reals this game. And Yetsurgi going to be going on one of my favorite supports as well with that Thresh. The Thresh is banned out. The Leona, beautiful Leona, going to be going hard CC this game. And as we saw in last night's games, the team with a lot of CC is more than likely going to win. So best of luck to purple team dealing with all of the damage. Team B.R.O dealing with the CC so far on blue team. Gale Tricks is going to be picking up one of his favorite ADCs as well, Varus, another uncommon ADC. However, he's been practicing him a lot as well, so we will see how he does. And Notchinator going to be grabbing the Orianna for the mid lane. A very powerful mid laner, however, may have to deal with the almost unstoppable snowballing champion of Reggie Jr. on the Akali. Very dangerous champion to be picked up. Once Akali gets snowballing, it's extremely hard to stop her. However, if she does not get snowballing and gets ganked a lot, that Akali can be highly shut down and make it very difficult for the rest of the team to follow up. And then, of course, Sophia Chloe on the Scion in the top lane, or at the moment it looks like jungle. Yeah, Sophia Chloe with the jungle Scion, not a very common pick either. We will see how well that works for Sophia Chloe, as Elite Badass hovers over the possible jungle Olaf. I believe we'll be switching with Dysentery for that. Unless Dysentery plays the jungle Olaf, and I don't know, we will see how they switch around. But I am very interested in this Scion jungle pick, not a very common thing to see. However, will be very interesting as the game goes on to see how critical that becomes. Scion does have that freezing stare with his Q, which will stun an enemy champion, so they do have a little bit more CC. However, Leona and Scion are the only two CC members, as Reggie Jr., Zero D, and Blastinator don't really have that much CC. They really are going to be focusing on damage, so it is up to Scion and Leona to make the plays, and the rest of the team to follow up with the damage on Team Baron. For Team Purple, they've got a lot of good poke with that Orianna, as well as even the Olaf Undertow does a really good job at poking, but we will have to stick it out for the long term, wait for that Garen to get really tanky, wait for the Blitzcrank to hit some of those grabs. So we shall see how these two teams go together in this game. I'm going to run through all of the champions and the players real fast. We've got Blastinator on the Nidalee for Team Baron, Zero D on the Graves ADC route, Yetsurgi on the Leona support, Reggie Jr. on the mid lane Akali, Sophia Chloe on the jungle Scion. For Team B.R.O, we've got Dynamic Styre on the Garen in that top lane, Dysentery 21027 on the Olaf jungle, Nachinator 14 on the mid lane Ariana, and Gale Traxin on the Varus in the bottom lane, and then last but not least, Elite Badass or 1337 Badass as the support Blitzcrank. So, people to be aware of. This Scion Leona pick with all of their CC, as well as Dynamic Styre. I've watched him a little bit. I was actually watching him a short bit ago if you were online or watching the stream with that Garen. Garen is a very dangerous pick because of all of the burst damage that his ult can do anytime somebody is low health. It is almost a guaranteed kill. In combination with the Olaf could make for a very spectacular display of damage. As long as Elite Badass can hit some grabs, they're going to be in good hands. However, if Leona is able to leap on and get some nice stuns onto the squishier members, Galtronics or Nachinator, and with the follow-up from Reggie Jr. bursting somebody down, it is going to be bad news. Another thing to be aware of is Team B.R.O is going to have to do a good job about not staying alone. Especially with an Akali roaming the game, it is going to be dangerous to be standing around alone. Akali is one of the best champions that can take out single targets by herself. No need for help. Along with the poke from Blastinator, this is looking pretty dangerous. It is really hard to call the teams. I like the lineup with Elite Badass, with the Blitzcrank, I'm sorry, in combination with the Varus. I do love to see a Blitzcrank in the game because those hooks can turn a game around completely with no idea as to how it happened. However, I'm really liking the poke hard CC lineup from Team Baron. So I don't know exactly who I want to put my money on just yet, but I may put it on Team B.R.O simply because of the name, as well as if this Olaf has the Broloff skin, that would just make things so much better. But it is going to be an entertaining game either way. And we're going to do a little bit of a voting. Who do you think right now is going to win this game and take the first of 3 games for finishing off our Saturday night? First of 3 games, they are going to have to play a second game as well, which means that any champion that does extremely well may get banned out next game, but that does leave a lot of options open, including that Jinx was banned out this game, so we'll see if Jinx, one of the strongest ADCs in the game currently, gets banned out next game as well or not. It is hard to say. You know why there is not many viewers? It's because I'm not wearing my Teemo hat. That's why I wondered. I was like, there's only like 5 viewers. This is not very good. So I'm going to have to put on my Teemo hat to bring in the viewers. Much better. And we are loading into game number 1 out of these 3 games. And of course, as always, oh, we're losing frames. Why on earth are we losing frames? I do not understand this at all. Maybe it is because of the high stream traffic, so we may have to deal with a little bit of lag issues. However, hopefully it won't be too terrible. Sometimes they do have a little bit of those lag issues on high nighttime hours. Anyway, we are looking at some beautiful skins here. Headhunter Nidalee, Mafia Graves, Blood Moon Akali, Boom Boom Blitzcrank, and Arclight Varus. Of course, don't forget the Pentakill Olaf and Sanguine Garen. That's such a weird name for a skin for Garen, but still pretty cool. I like it myself. He does have a very nice look in-game. However, I have the Headhunter Nidalee, so beautiful job on that. But that does mean that Purple Team has 4 skins and may take the win. If they have the skins, they could have the wins. We all know that once you buy a skin, it means that you have a higher amount of skill, so we shall see if that really proves true in this current game. Gonna hydrate myself just a little bit. I really like that mecha icon skin. I wish I had enough riot points to buy it myself. We've got two members that do have it, both the Nidalee and Nachinator, and it is beautiful all of the time. Alright, we are currently in game. We have made it to the game inside, and so I'm going to go ahead and jump over, and there we go, pop up the team names. We don't want to be missing those. Team B.R.O on purple side, and Team Baron on blue. Good luck and happy fighting. I like it. We're going to go ahead and put everyone in the correct positions. We have the support Blitzcrank and Leona against the ADCs Varus and Graves, while the mid laners, Akali and Orianna, will be going head to head. The junglers, Olaf and Sion, and, oh no, I apologize. Yeah, top lane, there we go. Top lane, Nidalee versus Garen. I was correct, it wasn't too bad. So, welcome to League of Shoutcast, as I sometimes say. Orianna doing a nice job of going ahead and throwing a ward. It was actually the blue team that put a ward on that bush. However, I think Orianna's ball is in there, and so they know that they have vision on that. Purple team sitting off to the side, probably going to be leashing this blue for Olaf, as he is going to need it. However, will be interesting to see how long he is able to stand up against the Sion jungle. That Sion jungle pick is going to be very interesting. Could be extremely dangerous, or could possibly be the downfall for blue team. Purple team does have a hair of an advantage with an extra 100 gold, I think due to Leona's runes and masteries. Blitzcrank went ahead and grabbed that sweeping lens first, so interesting choice. A little bit of that dancing laugh coming out from Yatsurugi on the Leona, so hopefully we'll see some great action here. Neither team interested in invade. Invades do sometimes prove very useful when teams are fighting, and sometimes it's not so good. So they decided to play the safe route, not invade, and just have a basic start. Blue team getting a nice leash for Sion jungle, and Olaf getting a nice leash from his side on Team B.R.O as well. And both of those ADCs and supports making it back to lane at about the same time. Another thing that sometimes people do is they leave the ADCs down there to get the first XP of the game, while the supports actually do the leashing, and that means the ADCs also get a little bit of extra gold and experience over the supports, or possibly the enemy team. But nothing really too crazy happening at the moment. Nice grab though from Elite Badass, just as I was saying, nothing crazy happening yet. CRD getting a little bit of damage with one of those Qs. Galatrix get a little bit of damage, however they're going to have to pull that off a lot better if they want to get more damage. Reggie Jr. taking a little bit of damage from Orianna in that mid lane. Nice poke from Nachinator going down onto him. Yatsurugi getting a nice stun off onto Elite Badass with that Q. But another pull from Elite Badass will pull CRD close, and Galatrix actually missed his Q. CRD taking very low health with that Ignite. Will it be enough? No! Leona gets a nice EQ combo to the Blitzcrank and finishes him off for first blood. It is actually Leona picking up that first blood kill, while Zero D trying to grab up some of that farm, getting a little bit of those heals. Another nice EQ from Yatsurugi, but the flash from Galatrix might keep him alive a little bit longer. He went ahead and used a heal, so he is going to be alright off to the side underneath his tower and just focus on farming. Dynamic Sire is going to have to deal with a very dangerous kitty cat up here. Look at the range on that leap, and she has taken no damage, but a nice stun from Sion that is going to burn the flash on Nachinator, who's going to have to jump off to the side. Dysentery coming in from the sidelines, not going to be able to do that much. Another beautiful spear from Blastinator might spell death. A beautiful flash from Dysentery, but he is outside of the tower, and Blastinator is going to take a bit of health from the tower shots, but be able to kitty cat leap away from that one. Beautiful job from Blastinator in that top lane with the Nidalee. Dysentery does not know that Sophia Chloe is waiting just off to the side. There's the stun though, and Sophia Chloe may get the kill with the beautiful shield burst as well. Dysentery, you gotta be able to pay attention to the jungle. Nice job from blue team so far, 3-0 in this game. A hook from Elite Badass, not quite making it to Siridi, so he is not going to be able to grab that Graves. And purple team already having a pretty rough start of the game. Here comes Sophia Cloud with another nice stun onto Nachinator. Gonna get some damage. Nachinator taken down to about half health here. Went ahead and used the shield on herself. However, those stuns are making it very difficult for her to farm safely. Gotta place down those wards and keep vision. There's a nice job from Dynamic Styre in that top lane putting down that ward, so she's gonna have vision if Sion comes up into that top lane. Sophia Chloe doing an amazing job so far this game, ganking mid lane twice as well as waiting for that Olaf right by red buff. Beautiful job timing her attacks and everything. I love watching games like this. Yeah, Suragi doing a good job in that bottom lane. Not even worrying about, oh, there we go, getting pulled in, but is going to have that stun up and ready for Elite Badass, who's taking a good bit of damage. Another EQ, and that is going to be death as Suragi gets massive damage onto the Blitzcrank. Leona low health, but doesn't care because she is a tank. She is going to be able to walk away from that one without too much difficulty. Gale Traxon having a difficult time keeping up with the damage of the Graves. That is the power of an early game Graves. So we shall see if they take it for the win. River SC2 says as well, he is handing it over to Team C, which is Team Baron. We shall see if they manage to take the game before too long. Blastinator getting nice farm up in that top lane. 32 farm to Garen's 18. Going with a little bit with that Bruiser in Italy. Went ahead and started actually with armor. So we'll be taking less damage from Garen. Garen did die once and came in with the boots and that Doran's shield. Got to be able to get in and harass with that Q before backing out. Yet Sergey sitting very low health in that bottom lane, but doesn't care. Heals every time she uses one of her abilities. However, gotta be careful. The lead badass grab. Oh, Siradi walking pixels away from that grab. Not getting pulled in under that tower. Very close grab. So, very strong game from blue team so far, but as we saw in last night's game, just because a team starts strong does not mean that they end strong. It was actually the team that was on the losing side that won both of those games last night. So, Nachinator being taken very low health, using the heal to get a little bit of speed boost. Reggie Jr. taking some tower shots. Nachinator, but gonna go down, went back in without anything. I guess she had her ult up and was hoping to get the ult off in time, but not going to be close enough. Nachinator getting in, trying to grab some farm underneath is in Italy, who is just continuing to pound away, chugging some potions from that Garen up there. Went ahead and used his ward up in that top bush just to keep a vision. They know that Sion is at that mid lane. Olaf's up there trying to keep an eye out, see if he can maybe help out. Another nice grab from Leona will stun Galetrix, put him down to about half health there. Will it be enough? A nice knockup from Blitzcrank stopping Siradi, but the flash from Siradi gonna be enough to finish off Galetrix. And now Leona's got a nice stun out for Elite Badass. Is the damage enough? A double kill from Siradi. Gonna be enough to finish him off in that bottom lane. That Graves is getting extremely strong, sitting at a 3-0 game so far. No deaths from blue team at this point in time. Blastinator doing a nice job finishing off another minion as the rest of purple team tries to figure out what they can do. Olaf did back. He did not engage in that top lane. So maybe next time that he ganks, it will be enough. Sophie Chloe doing a nice job on that Sion so far. 29 farm, continues to quick farm the jungle as only a Sion can. Nachinator, pretty even farm with the Kali in that mid lane. Both of them 38 farm to 37 farm. However, in this bot lane, Graves at a strong 56 farm now to the 28 from Varus. Graves just extremely strong. Did a Reddit thing. I don't even know what you mean. Elite Badass clearing a ward. Here comes Olaf, though. Dysentery coming in using the Ragnarok, so he is not going to take too much stun. A nice pull from Elite Badass, though. Might be enough damage to finish off Yatsuragi. He did jump, though. Yatsuragi uses the heal. Actually, I think it was Suradi that uses his heal, and just walking through both Varus as well as the Olaf, finishing both off. Holy cow. Suradi with the saving heal on that Leona, and now Sion comes in, just destroying Elite Badass from behind the wall. A little bit of an assist there, going over to Siradi for just throwing out that Q, just to make sure that he had the assist on that. 10-0 in this game. Reggie Jr. taking a bit of damage from that mid lane as Nachinator tries to keep up. It is a full-on hard push by... Oh, you made a Reddit post. Oh, thank you so much. That is awesome. I appreciate you doing that. That is really, really cool. Thank you, River. That is so cool. league tournament going on right now. Pretty good cast. Oh, you called me a pretty good caster? How rude. How rude. Olaf in this bottom lane just doing the best that he can to help out. It is going to be difficult for Purple Team to come back at this point. 5k gold down, and it is not even the 10-minute mark yet. They're definitely going to be going into a second game. Hopefully the Purple Team is making sure that they know the mistakes that they did and are able to come back. Nice pinging there from Purple Team. Is going to keep an eye on Nidalee, who went and warded that red buff. However, Garen might be walking into a trap here as Sophie Cloud is there. Will he be able to get the stun off? Has the shield. Blastinator chasing, getting a little bit of damage. A nice silence. Not going to stop much from those basic auto attacks, which is going to be doing a lot. Olaf now making his way into the jungle. Sophia Chloe is already there. The Dysentery may actually be able to hear that and keep an eye. No, all the damage! Will it be enough? Here comes Garen, though. That's a nice, beautiful ult from Orianna. That will be the first kill from Purple Team onto Sophia Chloe, giving Garen a beautiful double buff, and that will slow Blastinator down. Will he be able to cat over the wall? No, he doesn't. He tries to flash. The follow-up flash from Garen that will spell death for the Nidalee. 2 kills there in that top lane. Beautiful follow-up from that Orianna up there right by red buff. Great job collapsing, using that ultimate to pull both members away from the Garen, allowing Garen to do maximum damage and finish off both. Great job from Purple Team. 11-2, still 5k gold behind. However, as they start to kill Blue Team members, they will be getting off a lot of those shutdowns, which gives them bonus gold when they get those kills. So will it be enough, though, to counter the amount of gold that Blue Team is getting with all of their extra gold? Or sorry, all of their extra farm and kills. They did take down that first tower of the game in that bottom lane. Cyrodiil with just the massive damage already with a pickaxe and BF sword, going to be doing a lot of hurt. Blitzcrank missing one of those other hooks. It is the problem with Blitzcrank is that he does very little once he misses a hook. However, Olaf, Dysentery here coming from the side, may be able to get... No, Yatsurugi put a nice ward down, going to have vision on him. Leona actually missing her E over the wall, though, and that means that she is not able to chase in on the Olaf, who is going to back off from that. Elite Badass sitting there with about half health here. Hopefully he will be able to survive long enough. A beautiful long-range E from Leona as another stun will spell death for the Boom Boom Blitzcrank. However, Dysentery coming in from the side, doing a lot of damage to Cyrodiil. The exhaust, though, will stop Dysentery in his tracks as Cyrodiil gets off another beautiful ultimate, finishing off Olaf. The nice snare, though, from the Olaf from Galetrix on the Varus may be able to keep Blue Team off his back just long enough for him to escape. Well, in the top lane, while all of that was happening, Nidalee was able to take down the tower up there as well. However, that is Garen doing a lot of damage to Blastinator. He does see the Scion, though, so will be backing out from that. He is just going to be running straight mid lane. They do see him headed down towards the Akali, but Akali just has the burst. The shield is down from Nachanir. Will be enough? No, he doesn't get the ultimate off. Reggie Jr. being taken very low health. Will Garen be able to finish her off? I don't think so, no. Akali had the flash and was able to escape from that. Scion just trying to tank the tower. Elite Badass pulling Cyrodiil. He's got the silence, though, but that tower is no longer there. The stun action all over the map is Blastinator now trying to get some of the spears onto Dynamic Styre. Shockwave fail. Dynamic Styre pulling away. I believe that the Shockwave did fail because Orianna died before the Shockwave finished its pull, which means it did not do any damage. Even if certain people get certain abilities die before certain abilities finish, it doesn't happen. So Orianna did die before the Shockwave finished off. Yet Sergey now with 2 towers down in that bottom lane, coming to the mid lane to help out push here. But they are down 12 kills. Purple Team struggling very hard in this game. Blue Team has just non-stop pushed so incredibly hard. They are pulling a huge game here. Blitzcrank has to be kind of on the aggressive end, which is going to make it difficult for him to do a whole lot as he gets poked down a little bit from that Nidalee's auto attack. She does have the Sheen, so every time that she uses an ability, she's going to have that extra damage. Going to be building into something a lot more powerful. As Blue Team has collected now towards the mid lane, it looks like they will be trying for Dragon. Blitzcrank missing another hook there. That is very dangerous. You really have to land those hooks if you're going to try that. However, pulling the wrong team member, such as Leona, that can just stun you is going to be bad news. It is actually a Blue Team that will be taking the first Dragon of the game, while they keep the rest of Purple Team members sitting and entertained, I guess you could say, in the mid lane. However, they are simply farming, and they missed out on the Dragon. Olaf is pushing that top lane, but Akali is making her way up there. Blitzcrank missing yet again another hook there. Blastinator now trying to do what he can to stop the 4 of them pushing on this mid lane tower. Dysentery facing off an Akali, but Akali too strong. Going to be grabbing that kill with all of the ultimates that she had available for fighting that. It does look like blue team pushed bottom just a little bit, so I think they're going to have a little bit of a wave advantage. Dynamic Styre now getting stunned out. Orianna trying to do a little bit of damage, but not going to be a whole lot as purple team collects around this mid lane tower, just trying to hold everybody off, as Sophia Chloe with the blue buff on that Scion becoming a huge factor in this game. Who would have thought that a jungle Scion could be such a major player? Oh, a nice dash from Surity is going to keep him alive as the Blitzcrank hook tried to finish him off. Tried to pull him underneath the tower, but not gonna land. A lot of blue team members starting to lose a little bit of health from the poke, but purple team members suffering just as much, and Dysentery gonna go down with all of the CC from Leona and Scion as they do the job. And a nice Zero D ultimate long range gonna grab Blitzcrank from the back line. The flash from Garen not gonna stay him as Reggie Jr. just keeps up, dashes back in. Orianna getting a nice pull on 4 members of blue team, but it's not gonna be enough. So many members underneath the tower, they are going to just juggle the damage back and forth, trying to finish off this tower. Will it be enough? Look at the beautiful coordination between this team as they deal with it. It is actually purple team that did get aced there. Beautiful ult by Orianna, not going to be enough though to finish off members of blue team, as she doesn't have any ability power yet. She only has that mana regen, a little bit of ability power on the Athena's Holy Grail, but not a whole lot. We really need to be playing a lot stronger if you're going to be doing those kinds of things. Like the Akali has a needlessly large rod, so she has the ability power, all that she can stand at the moment. Sophia Chloe getting a nice stun off on Olaf, a little bit of a laugh. There's the hook from Blitzcrank, not going to land on Sophia Chloe as the previous purple team members kind of chase her down. Will they be able to actually stop her from backing? There's another stun. There's the exhaust though. Sophia Chloe now maybe in a little bit of a tight spot. She did get stopped and ulted, and that means actually death, as Olaf picks up that 1/3 kill of the game for purple team. All of that laughing and taunting did actually mean the death of Scion, but when you're this far ahead, it is not hard to give off those kills, especially when you only have 3 kills and the rest of your team has 5 and 8. Even Leona is sitting at a nice pretty 1 kill and 11 assists. Will I shoutcast your Minecraft wheat farming? Yes, indeed. Maybe eventually. That would be hilarious. We see here very random homo doing a little bit of wheat farming, doing a beautiful job of hitting that wheat and farming it up. It is going to be a great wheat farming day. But in the meantime, Blastinator being not taken down that much. The damage from Olaf not just doing a whole lot. And Garen has gone tank as Surity gets the damage. Blastinator actually has way more damage and gets Olaf very low health, as the rest of the blue team now collapses on Blitzcrank. Another hook from Leona might not hit Elite Badass. However, Akali jumps. They're going to be safe though, as Elite Badass tries to hook Akali over the wall. Not going to land. Surity already has red buff, so he's going to get over to Reggie Jr., who now both of them are sitting pretty with red buffs. 21-3. Blue team very strongly in the lead of this game, but this is only the first game out of 3, so things are going to get far more intense as the games progress. Maybe now it is a good idea to ban out an Akali, maybe a Graves. See what else Surity has up his sleeve as Reggie Jr. tries his best to continue to farm out the mid lane. Dynamic Styre comes in, getting a little bit of damage, a nice silence onto Blastinator. However, I think that Nidalee has a little bit more damage than Dynamic Styre can deal with. Sophia Chloe doing this little bit of taunting laughs in the mid lane again. Elite Badass with a very powerful stun from Sophia Chloe. However, the blue team is going to back off a little bit as the rest of their teams are running through the jungle. Both teams now having nice wards up here in this jungle, so they have a lot of vision. However, will that be able to help them? Purple team really not going in. A nice pull up from Blitzcrank will pull Sophia Chloe in. However, it is a full fight. A nice ult from Orianna is going to put everybody really low health, but will it be enough as the rest of the team tries to collapse? Nachinator himself being taken very low health. The stun's too much, and it is actually... Oh, the finish from Nidalee. I paused to wait to see what would happen. Was able to get the kill off on Garen as Garen ran away. That was going to be a massive finish in there. We're going to actually jump back a little bit and rewatch that in slow motion to make sure we know exactly what took place there. Purple team's going to make their way down. Blue team's going to come back. Alright, here we go. So, Reggie Jr., Blastinator, Yatsurugi, and Sophie Chloe are down here at the moment. There's a nice little bit of vision from Purple Team here in this bush so they can see what Blue Team are doing. But we see the Dynamic Sire and Dysentery not really interested in fighting it until Elite Badass pulls Sophie Chloe, and all heck breaks loose as Blitzcrank gets a nice knockup. However, 3 members of Purple Team are instantly stunned. The Ragnarok from Dysentery comes out as he's trying to get the damage as the Nidalee from the sideline is going to be doing work. Turns into cat form. 4 members of Blue Team all pulled together due to the Orianna damage. However, already 1 member of Purple Team is down, and it is a 4v3 now as the ult from Garen not enough to finish off Sion, who's walking away, and then Olaf trying to get to the squishy members is going to go down as the stuns from Leona just too much, stunning once again the Garen. Nachi are now exhausted trying to get out. Garen, very tanky, but not quite tanky enough, is going to spin his way out. Another beautiful stun from Leona is going to stop Nachonator on the Orianna from escaping as the rest of the team comes in. A follow-up stun from Sion is going to keep her there long enough for Blastinator to get off a beautiful kill. Leona tries to get the hook onto Garen, but it's not going to last as Blastinator throws out a beautiful spear. We can see it flying, and boom! Takes out the Garen. What an incredible game. As these 2 ADCs in the bottom lane are going to fight it out for a minute. We're going to speed up just a hair as Blue Team then will be turning and taking out the tower. Team Baron very strongly in the lead. The power of having a lot of kills over the enemy. Look at the damage that Siridi does as he is just going to walk through the ADC. The one ultimate just going to finish him off. The tower didn't even turn onto Siridi because of the instant nuke. Olaf and Blitzcrank now trying to get a little bit of damage on. Maybe they'll be able to grab Siridi. No, misses his hook, and Siridi's going to do some work as Akali jumps in, grabbing the kill. However, Orianna will be able to finish the Akali off. Dysentery getting kited all the way. Siridi, will he have enough? The shield from Orianna going to be there. Siridi turns to the squishy member. Orianna getting double buff. Will it be enough? Dynamic Styre, I don't believe, has his ult up yet. Will be up in just a couple of seconds, but all he needs is to auto him down. He gets himself a beautiful double buff, and now teleporting into the top lane might be able to stop Blastinator. Garen doing his best just to try to hold off everybody all at once. As the tanky member of the team, he doesn't take that much damage, and so maybe he will be able to turn the game around for his team. 8-1 on that Akali, going to be doing massive amounts of damage. And finally the shutdown on Graves, 12-1, as 4 members of Purple Team each in a row tried to take him down, and Graves finally succeeded in that bottom lane. But Dragon is up and Blue Team will be taking it. They already have a pink ward on Baron as well, so if Purple Team decides to go for it, Blue Team's going to know about it. There we go. Purple Team doing a nice job of warding Baron. Game not over yet, but very strongly in Purple Team's side. However, this is only game 1. Purple Team is going to have to fight them once again in game 2, and maybe Blue Team will be just as strong, maybe not. Blue Team did pick up a lot of very powerful players, such as that Akali snowballing, the Sion jungle, and we do get a lot of different bans in the second game, so we will see how it goes. Blastinator stating GG. The game may already be over. It does still seem to be ticking time on mine, but he may be stating that the game is over according to him, as that Nidalee 5-1 already has both the Iceborne Gauntlets and that Blade of the Ruined King, so going to be doing work no matter what the case is. Looks like Blue Team is making their way and waiting for the directed camera to jump back down. There we go. Oh my gosh, the Sion damage onto Varus, just too much to handle. Orianna as well going to be going down to the Sion. The stuns from Leona and Sion, just too much to deal with. That's one stun followed by a second stun on Dynamic Styre, who is not going to be able to last very long as the rest of the team just pounds in. Sion is going to go down. Garen picking up that kill as Akali just does insane damage to Varus, finishing him off. Then is actually Graves that picked up that kill on Varus. Reggie Jr. now with the double buff, pushing in, finishing off one tower and now one Nexus turret. There's a nice pull from Blitzcrank, going to be grabbing a minion though, not the targets that he wants. He's going to auto attack that a little bit. The power of the Blitzcrank not strong enough to handle. A nice ult though will be silencing everybody, but not long enough for him to grab any kills. The exhaust from Olaf though, or exhaust onto Olaf as he tries to come in now, farming away these minions, trying to keep them off of the tower. throwing out those undertows just to see if they'll be able to stop blue team. It does look like blue team will back off, so purple team is alive for a little bit longer. However, it is only a matter of time before blue team may eventually just crush in. They do have a lot of heals though with that Nidalee and that Leona, so they are going to turn it around and come right back in. The Iceborne Gauntlet doing a nice job on Blastinator, giving him a lot of health and heals. So they're just turning it around and coming right back in. Dysentery going to be going really low health and be taken down as Orianna tries to get in help, missing the ult completely as Akali just dashes in. Nidalee as well jumping onto the base to finish off Orianna before backing off. However, the tower is now targeting Leona, and Dynamic Sire will pick up that kill on the Leona just to see if he is there, as Varus is in that top lane trying to stop the minions. Lol. The tower, your friendly friend helping out, that is going to be instant nuking between both Graves and Sion, just doing insane amounts of damage. And that is going to be the first tower down, and not even the 25-minute mark. Blue team has no need to go back. They are super powerful, finishing off the first game of the day at 40 kills to 7 kills. Good game, team, as Team Baron comes in super strong. League is having a little bit of an issue, so we're going to go ahead and exit the game because it does seem to have issues when it comes to these things. It doesn't